All right, guys, if you're listening to this, then you've pressed play on my free top secret report, which I'm going to do in an audio file for you guys, especially people out there who are driving and stuff. Now, these are my top 5 dirty fat loss secrets that I reserve for special clients who need to melt fat off extremely fast. I'm talking the stuff that just really, really helps burn fat. And if you read the email, you'll know that the reason I'm doing this is because, I was on vacation for a few days and I really did not eat very well. For 5 days traveling, I pretty much just ate whatever was in front of me. I stopped at the airport, a little snack bar, got a hamburger, had some really great lobster. My wife and I were down in Miami for a little bit, and we kind of just went all out. And, I usually try to eat healthy and clean, but for some reason this time, I just wanted to just enjoy life a little bit for like 5 days. And I did. So, as I was doing that, in the back of my mind, I kept thinking, I'm going to have to get back home, get back on my program, start eating correctly, and burn some of this fat off. I probably put on about 6 to 7 pounds of fat in 5 days. It's very possible for me to do that. I can lose body fat really quickly, but I also can put on fat very quickly as well. So usually I kind of try to offset that when I do go on a trip or something by doing a lot more cardio or really intense training for about 45 or 50 minutes. I'll do some kind of a modified CrossFit type of training where, I'll just do a lot of reps and a lot of rotations of different machines or medicine balls or things like that, and maybe 40 minutes of really intense cardio. I did that one time this entire trip because I just didn't feel like it. I was tired and, I just wanted to relax and let my body recover, let my mind recover, and just kind of get rebalanced, so to speak. So I worked out one time. That was it. I worked out one time, did a quick 45, 50-minute workout, felt good. And I think that was on... I got there Wednesday. That must have been on Thursday. And then after that, I didn't work out again and didn't feel guilty, just went with it. And I realized that, when I got back in town that I was going to have to, get back on the grind and really get into my fat burning mode again. So, I got home, I started thinking about what are the best things that I can do to accelerate fat loss? What are those 5 things that, I kind of reserve for people that I either help get ready for shows or for friends or maybe for special events or things like that where I know I need to get in shape extremely quickly and I need to burn fat extremely fast and I just have no time to waste. I want to pull out all the strings and just, get that stuff off as quick as possible. And that's when I kind of came up with my secrets, my top 5 secrets that will help people burn fat fast and get back to their old self really quickly. And I call these dirty fat loss secrets because they're kind of the stuff that a lot of people don't know about, but that will just definitely help you rip off fat quickly. So without further ado, I'm going to make this a quick podcast, and I'm going to kind of get down into the nitty gritty. And if you need these, I'm going to go ahead and include a link on the front of our website, thepureline.com. You can go there and you'll see the actual cover of the ebook, Top 5 Dirty Fat Loss Secrets. You can download the ebook there. It's yours completely free. So here we go. Number 1, I call the first one high-low cardio. Basically, I do fasted high-low cardio for about 20 to 25 minutes every morning after taking 500 milligrams of alpha-lipoic acid and 200 milligrams of acetyl L-carnitine. Now, to get more information first on ALA and ALC, the product that I use, you can go to our website and look up ALA, ALC under the product vitamin section. It's just basically acetyl L-carnitine and alpha-lipoic acid, which help mobilize body fat and allow it to be used as energy more effectively. Now, let's get to the nitty-gritty, though, the high-low cardio. Basically, this is what is some consider HIIT cardio. I call it high-low because I'm going at high intensity for a few minutes, then a low intensity for a few minutes. Now, I've got a treadmill and a stepper at my house, and so as soon as I get out of bed, I open the garage door, get some air flowing in, and then just get on the treadmill. And basically what I'll do is about 2 minutes of cardio at an incline, just walking, get my heart rate up to about 130 to 135 beats per minute. And then on the third minute, I'll bump up that to about a higher level to where I'm really getting my heart rate up to about 150, 155 minutes. Now, the heart rate's not so much important as is the fact that you're going at a moderate intensity for 2 minutes and then a high intensity for 1 minute. That will all vary upon your ability, your cardiac capacity, and your ability to do your training in terms of where you're at physically. Some people will be at a lot lower pace. Some people will be at a higher pace. It just all depends on where you're comfortable. But the idea is 2 minutes at a steady state and then 1 minute at a high state, and then go back down to 2 minutes for steady state, and then go back up to 1 minute for high state, and then just kind of keep repeating the cycle until you finish 20 to 25 minutes of that continual type of cardio. You can do this on an elliptical. You can do this on a step mill. You can do this jogging, walking. There's just a ton of different ways. If you have a punching bag at the house, you could just kind of moderately hit the bag for about 120 seconds, then go all out for a minute. Do that for 10 minutes. That's super intense. If you have an elliptical, you can follow the same philosophy. Just go 2 minutes at a moderate pace, then 1 minute at a really fast pace, and back down to 2 minutes. But the idea is that you're just constantly bringing that heart rate level up and down, up and down. And man, this burns fat extremely, extremely rapidly, especially when done first thing in the morning on an empty stomach when you get out of bed. Now, I usually, if I need a little energy, I'll take one of our fat burners like XPTG Aftershock, just one capsule. I have it by my bed on my nightstand. I'll pop that, and then in about 10 minutes, my eyes are completely open, my body's charged up, and I'm ready to get on that stepper or treadmill and do what I need to do. So that's it. 20 to 25 minutes every morning. Take some ALA, some ALC, and some XP Aftershock. Hop on the cardio unit of your choice and get that done. Now, one thing I do want to mention, if you're working out with weights consistently during the week as well, you probably don't want to do this high-low cardio every day because it's very intense. So what I would recommend doing is maybe doing your high-low intensity cardio 3 times a week, and then the other 2 days of the week, maybe just doing moderate, steady state cardio on the treadmill for 25 or 30 minutes, nothing too intense. That way you can still get your weight workouts in and you're not just killing yourself every day and really biting into your recovery levels. So that's definitely the first secret that I want to give you is utilize that high-low cardio with those 2 products and do that as soon as you get out of bed. Now next, probably the easiest way to lose body fat is by optimizing your body's caloric furnace, and this is through using a meal replacement formula. I've been doing this for close to 18, 19 years probably, and without a doubt, one of the most effective ways to help people burn body fat and retain, if not build a little bit more muscle, is through the use of a meal replacement product. And the reason that is because meal replacements have a high amount of protein while having a low amount of carbs and probably just depending on which one you get, probably no sugar. And that's what you want. You want the right macronutrients to help you hold on to your muscle tissue while at the same time keeping your caloric levels overall at a lower rate so that you're burning more fat throughout the day. A meal replacement is low in calories, high in nutrients. It allows you to do that. So what I would recommend is drink at least 3 shakes and 2 small meals a day. Now, I always kind of refer back to a teacher or somebody who has a really hectic schedule. Let's say, for example, you get up in the morning and you do your 7:30 a.m. fasted high-low cardio, 20 to 25 minutes. Then at 8:30 a.m., you're on your way to work. You have a meal replacement shake. You take, if you're a female, 2 scoops. If you're a man, 4 scoops. You mix it with some water, and you're drinking it on the way to work. Then you're going to work. You're doing what you need to do. Around 11:30 in the morning, that's when you have your first meal. It could be a healthy meal, chicken, rice, vegetables, something to that effect. Then about 2 hours later, 2:30 or 3 hours later, you want to do another shake. And then around 5:30, another meal. And then 6 o'clock, if you work out with weights or strength training, that's the time you'd want to do that. Then around 8:30 p.m., another meal, again, chicken, fish, lean meat,
rice, baked potatoes, something clean. And then around 11:30, maybe a snack. If you need something optional, I'm going to talk about a snack that you can have a little bit later that will completely eliminate your sugar cravings and help you out late at night. So the idea here is that I took in 3 shakes and 2 meals throughout the day. Roughly every 2.5 to 3 hours, I put something in my body so that my blood sugar levels maintained a consistent level throughout the day, and I wasn't going up and down. I didn't have energy at some points, and at other points I was completely tired. I just kind of kept the pace going throughout the day, and the only way I found that this is possible is through, again, meal replacements. The one that we make at Pure Line is called W Factor 1 ProPlete, and we've actually had that product in our product arsenal for probably, going on 7-8 years, and it's probably one of the most easily digested, most delicious meal replacements out there. Both males and females can use it. Just go to our website, thepureline.com, and you'll find it under proteins. It's called W Factor ProPlete. Both males and females can use it. Mix it with water, and that's your meal replacement. So that's number 2. That's pretty much the easiest thing you can do to get your meals on target, get your diet on target, and burn body fat quickly, because your calorie intake is going to be lower, but your nutrient profile is going to be higher. Now, dirty secret number 3. Utilize diuretics to help increase fat loss. One of the most overlooked ways to burn fat is through the use of what we call diuretics. Now, these are basically hormones or thyroid hormone molecules that people utilize, especially those people in the world of fitness, bikini, figure, all those women out there who are trying to burn fat quickly for competitions. They actually use the pharmaceutical versions of diuretics, including Cytomel, Synthroid, things like this. Because essentially what it does is it puts your thyroid into overdrive and helps you burn calories at a ridiculous rate. I've had people tell me that they can pretty much eat whatever they want while taking pharmaceutical diuretics and still lose body fat. So that just tells you how powerful they are. The problem with these diuretics is simply that they can be damaging to your thyroid gland. They can cause a dependence where your thyroid gland is now reliant upon the medication in order to burn calories consistently. And when people stop taking them, there's an ugly rebound effect that happens, and they start gaining more weight than they had initially. So you want to stay away from diuretics, but we do have a workaround, and the workaround is what we call thyrotropin. Thyrotropin is a completely natural diuretic that works pretty much in the same way that the pharmaceutical thyroid products work, but without the negative side effects that accompany or are associated with those. For example, thyrotropin is used in the morning and the afternoon. It stimulates the body's metabolic rate. It creates a healthy hormone balance, so it actually helps the thyroid perform well and increases its health at the same time. Now, this is a all-star product, so I always have people throw it in when I'm wanting them to lose body fat quickly, and it works extremely well, and it is extremely healthy and safe. Another great thing about it is it's stimulant-free. So there's a lot of women out there who may, men and women both, who may be sensitive to stimulants. I know I'm in my 40s, and caffeine and things like that tend to kind of get me a little jumpy and moody, so I don't really take them as much, but I can take T3 and I can still get the fat loss effects that I would from a fat loss product with caffeine, but without the stimulation. So it's really nice. Again, 1 capsule in the morning, 1 capsule in the afternoon, and that taken along with some of the other ideas I'm mentioning in this is very effective and helps you burn fat extremely, extremely rapidly. Now, dirty secret number 4. Train with weights at least 4 to 5 times a week. Now, this is directed mainly at females because there are still a lot of women out there that think if they go to the gym and they work out and they use weights, they're going to get bulky and big. And the fact of the matter is that's simply not true. We have tons of scientific evidence now that shows us that females just don't have the hormonal response necessary to put on lean muscle tissue. It's a lot harder for them to put on lean muscle, and it just isn't going to happen as quickly, and if at all, as they may seem it will. So don't worry about that. If you're a woman and you're afraid of lifting weights because you're going to get big, it's not going to happen. Your body's not designed for it. Man, there's a lot of guys out there who are in their teens and 20s who are trying to put on muscle, who are working out 4 times a week and eating tons of food, and they still can't put on muscle. So to think that a woman is just going to go lift weights a few times a week and put on muscle, it's just not going to happen. So you don't need to worry about that. Now, what is going to happen is that this woman is going to look more toned. The muscle is going to look more tight. She's going to look more sexy. She's going to have a better figure. And the end result is she's going to burn more fat, because when you train muscles with weights, the muscle has to repair. It has to recover. It has to take its time to heal and just get over that workout. And all of that takes calories. It takes the ability of that person to heal and repair, and that all takes work from the body. So that burns calories, not just during the actual weight training session, but also during the time that the person is repairing. So not only are you burning calories for the 45 to 50 minutes that you're working out, but you're also burning calories for an additional 6 to 8 hours after the training session, which is helping you burn fat and increase your caloric expenditure over the day. So to put it together, if you're doing that with your high-low cardio every day, that's incredible. Now you've got 2 very caloric intensive sessions in the day that are helping you burn calories almost 24 hours. If you combine those 2 things together, you're going to see even better results. And I guarantee you'll lose about 8 to 12 pounds of pure fat in about 3 weeks if you follow high-low cardio with 3 to 4 weight training sessions per week. Now, number 5, dirty fat loss secret: eliminate hidden dangers from your pantry or your line of sight. Guys, this is probably the one thing that I feel is the most, it's probably the most important, at least for me. I know if I have cookies, candy, cake, ice cream in my house, it's going to be eaten, period. And it's really, really hard for me to stay away from that stuff, especially after 9 o'clock. I just go into overdrive at that time, and I want something sweet. So I really have to keep that stuff completely out of my sight and out of my house and out of my kitchen, because if it's there, I'm going to eat it. But I've got some good news. The good news is that you can still enjoy all those good things if you make more, I would call them better bad choices, basically. And the way that I do that, the first thing is I'm a nut for cookies. I love them. They're great. They're delicious. Keep them out of my house unless they're protein cookies. I have a specific brand that I go with, and I have to say I'm a little bit biased towards this brand because my wife actually owns this company, but it's called the Protein Cookie Company. And you can find them on the web, theproteincookie.com. If you live in Texas, you can buy these at any major H-E-B store. And these cookies are absolutely incredible. There's chocolate chip, oatmeal raisin, dark chocolate chip, peanut butter. And if you've never tried these, just give them a shot. They are absolutely insanely good. I keep about 2 or 3 in the refrigerator, and at night when I want something, I just grab them cold and eat them. I don't know why I like them cold, but they taste so much better cold. So you try them out. If you get a chance, theproteincookie.com, that's one of my saviors so that I don't go crazy and binge. Now, if I'm wanting something really, really sweet and I'm really kind of at a point where I'm about to completely lose control, I've got a backup plan. And my backup plan is Halo Top ice cream. If you haven't tried Halo Top ice cream, it's absolutely insanely delicious. And I'll be honest with you, there's only a couple of the flavors that I really recommend. Number 1's birthday cake, and the other one's oatmeal cookie. All the others are good. They're just not quite as good as the birthday cake and the oatmeal cookie. Those 2 in particular are absolutely insanely good. So you can actually eat a whole pint of that stuff and it's still under 300 calories. It's low sugar, low carb, high protein, and it pretty much does the trick when it comes to really satisfying your craving for some kind of an ice cream fix. In fact, sometimes I'll do a scoop of that between a couple of protein cookies and make like an ice cream cookie sandwich, and it's insane. There's just no way you would want to eat anything else after that, and you're getting a good amount of protein. So if you're a guy, you can do that. If you're a girl, maybe just a little bit of a cookie with a little bit of ice cream, and that'll pretty much kill your sweet tooth or cravings after 9 o'clock. It's also a great treat for kids. So like if you've got kids, you don't want them eating a lot of sugar, a lot of stuff that is going to just kind of keep them wired and it's not good for them. Go with the Halo Top and the protein cookie. I mean, those are some really good options out there. So there you have it. Those are my top 5 dirty fat loss secrets. There's some things that I use as go-tos when I need to cut fat quickly, I need to get in shape rapidly, and I want to accelerate the fat burning process that I'm attempting. Instead of losing just 1 or 2 pounds a week, I want to lose 3 to 4 pounds a week. So I incorporate some of these things, and they work extremely, extremely well. So I hope you get something out of those 5 tips. I think they're pretty useful. If you have any questions about that stuff, you can always email me at aaron@purelinenutrition.com, or you can just go to our website and you can find the question link and ask us a question on there. Visit one of our stores. If you're in one of our cities that has a retail store, McAllen, Texas, Brownsville, Texas, Corpus Christi, San Antonio, Austin, Laredo, drop by. Let them know you heard on the podcast the top 5 secrets and you were inquiring about ALA and Whey Factor Pro Pleat and T3 and some of the things that I mentioned in the podcast. If not, if you're not in a city, if you're somewhere else in the U.S., visit us online at thepureline.com, www.thepureline.com. And you can always call in our 1-800 number, 1-800-632-1402. Thanks for listening, guys. We hope to bring you some better and more interesting content in the weeks to come. And by far, if you have anything you want to hear about, send us an email and we'll do our best to get you some good info and help you reach your fitness and health goals faster. See y'all later.